everyone. Welcome to another live Q&A session. We're going to be talking all about Amazon Influencer. We're going to be talking about how you can work with sellers, and I'll be answering all of your questions. So I am excited to get started. I'm going to give people just a second to hop on here. Let me know if you're here. Say hi. Where are you from? And I can't wait to hear all your questions. There's a lot going on, as usual, right? There's always stuff going on. All right. Hi, Doug and Nikki. So nice to see you guys. Always love seeing you guys here. Hello today. Oh, sunny Florida. That sounds fantastic. I am looking at snow outside of my window right now. Snow, and we're gonna get a foot of snow on Friday too. So pretty not pumped about that, but that is the price I pay for living where I live. So I'm not gonna complain too much about that. So, all right, let's see. So if you are on Facebook, actually, let me open up my Facebook. All right. Hi, Leah from Canada. Nice to see you. All right, I'm gonna open up my Facebook. So with my streaming software, I can see your name if you are on YouTube. So if you guys are on the Facebook group and you want to pop over to YouTube, then I'll be able to see who you are and address you by your name here. I'm just opening my my Facebook here just so I can see in case anybody isn't. There we go. All right. Diane, hi from Ireland. Wonderful. All right, let me just pop this open so that I can see everyone from Facebook there. Great. Janice, hi Janice from the UK. Love it. I mean, we got people from all over. This is fantastic. Hi from Oklahoma. We have Ireland, UK. Here with the baby sleeping on your chest. Oh, those tiny little babies. They're just so great. Snow and cold here too. Yeah. That's how it is nowadays here. Oh, wonderful. Hello from Switzerland. Hi, Sarah Soap from Switzerland. I actually just got a Google timeline pop-up. I was in Switzerland 5 years ago today, which is fun fact that nobody probably really cares about, but Switzerland is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and I was there in January too. A lot of snow. It's cold, but it's a lot prettier than where I am. Wonderful. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I appreciate all you being here live. I am ready to answer all the questions. Today's focus, I just thought it'd be fun to, pick like focus topics, kind of get us started. And I just released a video yesterday all about how you can work with sellers and kind of the different ins and outs and what I've seen and what's changed in the landscape and just kind of all those opportunities. So we can open it up just for Q&As, or we can talk about sellers. And like I said, I can answer kind of any questions that happen to be popping up. I think, as far as working with sellers, when I first got started with the Amazon Influencer Program, it was definitely not a big part of my strategy whatsoever. Hello from Idaho. Yeah, it's probably cold up there too, huh? So working with sellers, and if you guys don't know this about me, I am a seller. I have been a seller for 12 years now on Amazon, which is kind of how I just got kind of roped into this influencer program. And I mean, honestly, it's how I noticed it, right? Because I was working on a client's store and we found influencer videos on their product page, and we were all kind of like, what is this? And when I did some more research, I'm like, ooh, how can I get into this program? It seems too good to be true. And well, it's not, and here we are. So Sarah says, hello, I'm here for a little while, but have an appointment. I'll catch the replay for the rest. Awesome. No problem. Sarah, if you have any questions, you can just lay them on me right now while you're here. Diane says, I'm a new influencer, just got accepted. Wonderful. Congrats. Diane says, I have stock on Amazon Seller, but haven't done anything. Any tips would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, if you guys ever want to talk about Amazon Seller, like I said, that was really where I got my start on Amazon. I still sell stuff on Amazon. I'm doing retail arbitrage right now, just kind of on and off. And I consult with quite a few brands still. And I'm working on my own brand as well, because you can never have too many things to do. I like looking at all the different ways that I can make money on Amazon and kind of diversify my income streams here. But selling on Amazon it's just as fun as doing the videos and influencers, and it's totally different strategy, right? As far as like what to sell and how to sell it and all that good stuff. But maybe I'll do like a whole Q&A session about selling stuff on Amazon, like actual products on Amazon, if people are interested in that. They're very much, I have lots of videos on this channel. If you go back, if you go back and look at their mostly seller videos before mid this year. All right, let's see here. Diane says, loving your course. It's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for being a student. Yeah, the course is all of my knowledge packed into one course, as to basically giving you everything from start to finish on how you can go from nothing to earning $10,000 a month with the Amazon influencer program. If you guys want to check that out, I don't know if I didn't prepare a link, but you can go to Courses by Kathleen if you guys are interested and you want to check that out. I won't pitch it the whole time here, but it's definitely a time saver, I would think, if you're like just starting out and you want like the exact roadmap to be able to do everything without having to go down the YouTube rabbit hole and search for things. But that's a link to the course if anyone wants it. I'll leave it up there just for a minute. But let's see. Jana says, I have a few questions. Wonderful. In the title of the video, should you try to use as many of the 60 characters as you can, or keep it short and sweet? We don't really know how much clout Amazon is giving to the title. I like to use as many characters as makes sense. Sometimes I'll have like a 40 character title and I'll be like, what else could I put in there? And if it is making it sound too wordy or gets away or becomes a distraction, I won't put extra characters in there. But I typically am pretty close to that 60 character mark. And I would just look to see like, what does it look like when you're the customer on Amazon? Like, how many characters can you see the whole title when you're on desktop? Can you see the whole title when you're on mobile? Right. And so there's a whole bunch of different, like, I don't know. I don't think the 60 characters, like, I don't know what Amazon is doing as far as like SEO, right? Search engine optimization and keyword strategy and all that. We don't really know. We know on the seller side for sure it counts, but I'm not sure how much it counts here, but I would love to know that. That's a great question. I think, use as many characters as you need to. I try to use as close to the 60 as possible, just to make sure that I'm being relevant and that I'm like giving people as much information to try to click through to the listing, or to my video rather. All right. Loving your course. It's amazing. Yeah. If anyone is interested, the course is right there. Courses by Kathleen. You guys can take a peek at that if you want to. No problem. And actually, let me take this off of there so we're not distracted too. And if anybody watching live is really interested, you guys can send me a message for a coupon code. I don't have one set up for this live because I wasn't going to promote it, just was going to answer questions. But again, happy to have the courses open all the time. And it's go at your own pace. So if you guys want to join, go to Courses by Kathleen and sign up, or message me and I can give you $100 off coupon if you would like. All right, I'm going to take that away. Let's get back to the questions because I can only see one. There we go. Overhead shots using your hands. Should you remove rings? Okay. I love this question because it's actually how I found somebody that stole my video. Was because my hands were in it and I knew my rings. So I keep my rings on because I think I mean, I just always have them on. I'm just a ring person. I don't wear a ton of jewelry other than my rings. But for me specifically, it was how I was able to find someone that had stolen a video that I did using just my hands that I didn't have my face in. So to me, that works to my advantage. So I would keep my rings on. I do keep my rings on. I keep my watch on as well. And so I can always tell if it's my video and someone has stolen it. I can tell by my hands, right? So just think about that. That could be a good way to kind of keep track of your stuff. I think it's up to you though. Like if you find them distracting or you think customers would get distracted, you could always remove them. But I have found it beneficial to keep them on because I can identify my hands in videos now. Because I had a couple that were stolen, and that's how I figured it out. So, fun fact: do you use Logi? Somebody correct me if I'm not saying that right. I do not at the moment, and it's purely a time thing for me. I don't because I just haven't had the time to go through it. I've heard great things about it. I don't know the owner of the company, but I've heard through people I very much trust that he's a great guy. And so when the owner of a company tends to be a great person, I like to think company. I've heard people make great money with it. I've heard some people that don't make a ton of money, but they've also admitted that they don't do a whole lot with it. And that's me. I just haven't done much with it. I am signed up. I get their emails, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I am in the Thrasio program. I started doing Thrasio when I first like started getting into the scene. I started like talking with other people that were in the influencer program. So I started with Thrasio and I'm not doing anything with it, but I did a few campaigns for them back like a year ago. And every month you have to submit your stats to them. And for me, I make like about $20 a month. And I think I did like 4 or 5 products with them a year ago. So if I had kept up with it or if I ever go back to it, I feel like I'll make a little bit more money. But Thrasio is, I like the way that they operate, but I've also heard that they're filing for bankruptcy. So I have not pursued any more campaigns. They are a company, they are a Amazon store acquisition company for the most part. And so in my consulting, Thrasio was a huge company for quite a few years that was just buying Amazon businesses. And so I don't know what's going on internally, but they have recently or about to file for bankruptcy. So I've heard. And so I haven't done much with them. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm just gonna keep scrolling through all my questions here. Hi, Kyla from Florida. Wonderful. Okay. Let's see. Any tips for streamlining the video recording process? I feel like I take way too much time making them. Yes. There is a whole streamlined process that I have in my course with like a PDF of like step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and just kind of how I do it all. I don't know if I still have it open. I actually had it open before because someone had asked a question in the course about the spreadsheet. But basically, let me see if I can find that really quick. But yeah, I hate to keep going back to the course, but you guys, there's so much good information in the course, and it will really save you a boatload of time. So my process is here. Basically, my step 1 is, okay, so I have 6 steps. And if anybody in the course is looking, it's in module 3. It's got all the spreadsheets linked. So basically, my step 1 is determine what product to review, right? Because we go through this whole process. You could just pick it, or you could do your research or whatever that may be. So what I do is I figure out what's the product. Step 2 is writing down my top 3 to 5 talking points, whether you want to write it on a Post-it note. I like to write on a Post-it note because then I put it right in front of my camera. So I'm looking at the camera if I'm there, or if I'm doing a demonstration, then I will just have it next to me. So pick the product, write down the top 3 to 5 talking points. Step 3 is going to be choose your video format. Are you doing just product only? Are you doing, you're going to be in front of the camera doing a demonstration, or are you doing a combination? And then that really helps moving into step 4 is to prep your recording space. Make sure that you have video, audio, lighting in the background. I have very specific areas in my house and in my office space where I record certain things. So I have right in front of me, I have a table that's right in front of natural light window. And so that's where I do a lot of and then I have a tripod that I put my phone on, and it kind of dips down like this. So I can do a lot of like recording, the product demonstration with my hands. But and then I know like what time the natural light looks best. Right. And so kind of prep your recording space. And then same with, if I'm having my face in it, I have certain places where I sit, where I know is going to be kind of favorable to highlighting the product and all that good stuff. So that's step 4. Step 5 is recording, actually, right? And then step 6 is editing. So I know that's kind of like a simplified kind of step by step here, but yeah, I have like I said, I have this whole like workflow in the course. Everything I just read is on a PDF, and then I go through each one of the steps in one of the modules there and kind of show you. You get to look over my shoulder. So I'll just throw that I'll throw that back up. I keep referencing the course, but yeah, if anybody wants to buy it, reach out to me. Just send me an email at hello@kathleenkoval.com if you want a $100 off coupon code. I would love to have you. Or if people are like, yeah, I want to join your course, I'll just make it real quick right here. Again, the purpose was not to get everyone in the course. I just want to answer the questions. But a lot of these questions coming up are definitely all like very much well documented with templates and step-by-steps and videos and all that good stuff. So yeah, so check that out if you guys want. And all right, let me get back to my chat. Yeah, it can be very overwhelming to keep everything. But like I said, I've kind of created a good system based on how I'm going to be recording, right? Is my face in it, or am I just doing a product demonstration? What's the main features and benefits versus, where am I going to set up and record? And then of course the editing as well. All right. So question, I have around 2,500 videos up and was making around 300 a day, but lately clicks have dropped in half. I know they got rid of the carousel, but anything else? No, same. They got rid of the lower carousel, and so my clicks have dropped in half as well. It's very frustrating, and I think they'll be bringing them back. I can see lower carousel on my phone, which is kind of counterproductive because you have to scroll so far down in order to see those. I don't think a ton of people see those, but yeah, same. I mean, same here. My clicks, literally every time they take away this lower carousel, my clicks just get slashed in half, which is such a bummer. But on the flip side, on the bright side, what I then do is I make sure to go and audit all of my old videos and make sure that all of the ones that I've been earning on are still showing up in the top carousel. And if they're not, then what I'll do is I'll go and tweak. I'll go and tweak the title. I'll try a different thumbnail or just something very minor to edit those videos so that they kind of get re-reviewed by Amazon. And then ideally they'll get put back up on that carousel. And the best way, you guys are like, okay, well, how do you actually audit all your videos? What if you have 500 videos or 2,500 videos? Yeah. My favorite way to audit my videos is with Fluencer Fruit because it saves me so much time. One of the coolest things, so this software it just has all of the things you could ever need as an Amazon influencer. I'm going to throw a link up here because I did prep this because I want to talk about Fluencer Fruit for a couple of reasons, including sellers and connecting with sellers. Because if you are I'm getting ahead of my points here. If you are a Fluencer Fruit subscriber, part of what goes into that is that Fluencer Fruit also has an agency behind it where they match sellers up with influencers. And so as a subscriber for Fluencer Fruit, I am in the agency. And so they will email me whenever a seller wants to partner with me to make videos, and they pay $200 per video. So there's no working for free. There's no, There's no finding sellers, right? So this is just an additional perk of using Fluencer Fruit. So I'm gonna leave this up here so you guys can scan it and go take a look. This is my affiliate link. So just disclosure, I do earn a commission if you decide to purchase Fluencer Fruit through my link here. But you also get the sale price, which is half price for the full year. One other thing for all of you that are in my course, Influence and Earn, you already have access to a 30-day completely free trial of this. So if you're in the course and you haven't taken advantage of the trial, make sure that you check that out because you will get 30 days completely free. Liz, who is the owner and founder, does not offer free trials except for very special circumstances, right? So check this out. But I'm happy to answer more questions about Fluencer Fruit because I think one of the awesome things is being able to kind of be on that roster, right? Like I just finished a video for them and I just got my $200 like 2 days ago. So yeah, they'll reach out to you and they'll say, hey, we found this was a good fit. Here's the product. Are you interested? And then you just get paid $200 after the video is done. And they give you 4 weeks to do it, which for me is like the perfect amount of time because it gives me enough time to like have the box show up, kind of sit in my box area for a couple days, then I get to open it and try it out. And like 4 weeks is the amount of time that they want. 4 weeks, $200. I mean, that's an amazing perk of this. But the reason why I threw this up a little bit early here is because one of the many benefits, but one of my favorite things about Fluencer Fruit is that it works on your Creator Hub dashboard. So where you go to upload your videos and you have all your videos there, you will see what it does is it will give you the placements for each one of those videos. So you can scroll through and like look through each, right? There's like 25 videos for every page in Creator Hub. So you can scroll through and see, and it will say right on the top, lower carousel, upper carousel, both carousels, or no carousels, right? And so it will tell you right away. But one of the features is that you could click on check all placements. It will go through, it takes a couple minutes, but it will go through and it will check all 500, 2,000 videos, whatever it is, and it will spit out a CSV file that you can then download, and it will have all that information right on there. You can sort by and put every single video that has no video carousel attached to it right now. You can put that all in a section and start going through that, right? Instead of like going through each one individually and like figuring it out. I mean, for me, this is this is like worth the cost just in and of itself. And that's not even the main point of using it. It's just like an added feature, but I love that it works on Creator Hub and that it will check every single one of your videos and then you get a downloadable file and it's just fantastic. So that's one of my favorite ways to like, when I see my clicks go in half, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go to my Creator Hub dashboard and I'm going to download the Fluencer Fruit, the download that's going to tell me what's not on a carousel. And I'm going to go take those and I'm going to go tweak a title. I'm going to tweak a thumbnail and I'm going to prioritize them based on conversion rate is one of the factors that we can see with Fluencer Fruit, which is awesome. Conversion rate, you can see views, right? So there's a couple of different ways that you can use this tool, download the information, and then have it make your time become way more efficient because you're just focused on the products that have already been making you money. Those are the ones you want to check on first to make sure they're still up there, they're still making you money. So I'm gonna leave that up there for a second in case anybody else wants to check that out, and I can always bring it back up later too, but definitely take a look at that. And again, if you're in the course, you already have 30 days access whenever you are ready to get into it. Yeah, so far I'm looking forward to the reporting and tracking sections. Yeah, the reporting and tracking sections are super thorough in Influence and Earn in my course. And so I have templates and I have spreadsheets and I tell you exactly what to look for and what to track and all that good stuff. So wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, Doug and Nikki, I think they are moving the qualified purchase around on us. I 100% think that they are, because that is something, right? Like I always get this question, well, how do we earn? Does the person have to watch 30 seconds? Do they have to watch the whole video? If it's under 30 seconds, what happens if somebody watches your video and the next one and then purchases, right? I mean, we don't know. We don't know. I can tell you that there's a lot of people doing videos under 30 seconds that are making money. I have seen in my commission report, um, I've seen commissions come through for like partial products, which makes me think that you can earn partially, depending on who, like, right, depending on whatever the buyer's experience was. So it makes me think that, like, if somebody watches my video and somebody else's video in that same carousel and then they buy the thing, maybe I'm making half and they're making half, or I'm making 40% because they watched mine first and they're making 60% because they watched theirs and then bought. I have no idea. This is all speculation. All I can tell you is what I see in my stats, and then I speculate on the observations that I see, and then, of course, what other people have told me. Yeah, rings, how crazy. Yeah, when I do, one little tip too is when you guys are doing videos that don't have your face in them, figure out some way to make sure that you can always find that it's yours, some distinguishing characteristic, right? Like I leave my rings on and my watch on because, again, I have found people that have stole my videos. My face wasn't in it, but my hands were in it, right? So I can like go back to Amazon and say, look at this ring, it was in it. Look at this ring, look at this watch, it was in it, right? And you can see that it's me. So I do like that. All right, been doing this for almost a year and know it's a roller coaster, just trying to see what others are seeing. Yeah, definitely. It is a roller coaster. You are seeing exactly what other people are seeing. It's unfortunate. Oh, thank you, Logie. Logie. I'm gonna write that down. Thank you. Add to cart, Nikki. Logie. Like I said, for me, it's just purely a time thing. Logie. If I had more time, I would totally do it. Just like I would do more seller partnerships if I had more time too. How do I find these sellers who will work with me now that I have shoppable videos? Yes. So how do we find sellers? I'm going to take this off for a second. Yeah, check out Fluencer Fruit. I'll bring it back up as I go more into that as well. So, okay. How do we find sellers? Well, there's a few different ways, and I definitely recommend watching the last video that I did. I just released it yesterday, but it's just kind of an overview on the terminology and then how can you find sellers. There's a few different ways. Creator Connections is one that's within Amazon, but if you want to find sellers, just kind of honestly, just check your direct messages. Check your email and your direct messages because those are where I get a lot of inquiries. So check your email that's associated with, so I get a lot of emails to my email that's associated with my YouTube channel that I use for where I put my Amazon videos on. Do not put your email on your influencer storefront. Amazon's not going to like that. I don't care if you see other people doing it. I mean, you can. I never will because Amazon, maybe they don't see it right away, but don't put your email on there because they don't like when you take people off of Amazon at all. So it's just, I just wouldn't do that. But check your email if you have a YouTube channel. Also check your direct messages. So on your influencer storefront, what you can post to, right? What you can link to is all your social media channels. So make sure your social media channels have a way that they can get in contact with you, right? Because you can put all 4 of the social media channels that are available for you to apply to the influencer program. You can put those on your influencer storefront page. And so sellers will find you that way. I've had a lot of people that are like, I never got a message, in my direct messages on social, and no one's contacting me. Well, you got to look in the folders for I know their folders are called different things on each of the social channels, but the folders where your direct messages fall from people that you're not already connected to, right? Whether it's like requested messages or, non-connection messages. I don't know. It's different with each of the platforms. But yeah, just make sure that you check your direct messages and make sure that your your socials are linked to on your influencer storefront, and then your email is linked on your socials, or you're checking your DM messages, right? Those are just kind of the ways that they come to come to me, they come to us. But then you can also be proactive about it too. So like we're actually going to be getting some work done to our house. And so I started looking up different things that I already know that I need on Amazon, because what I'm going to do then is I'm going to reach out to some of these brands and say, hey, would you be interested in partnering with me? I'm an Amazon influencer. And if you want to work with me, I would love to try out this product. I'm doing some home renovations and I'd love to feature it in my content. I'll give them my YouTube channel. I'll give them my influencer storefront and just kind of see what they say. If you have specific projects like that and you want to be proactive, you can always reach out to them. I think there's a lot of sellers out there that don't know that this is an opportunity to work with influencers yet. I think it's becoming more and more well known in the seller space. But I work with a lot of sellers, and a lot of them are like, influencer, I don't know, I don't know what you're talking about. So a lot of people know about it, a lot of people don't. So reaching out and being proactive is another strategy as well. And then working with the agencies or the other platforms like Creator Connections that will just put campaigns in front of you, right? So that's like Logi, that's like Thrasio, that's like Creator Connections right within Amazon. Is they're basically giving you a whole catalog of campaigns and of products that you can go in, and everyone's terms are going to be different. So a lot of the third-party places, they'll give you a free sample. And then, the idea is, right, you still want to be able to get paid for that video, but you get a catalog full of products that will kind of, what do I want? Is there anything that I am already going to be purchasing that I can, get into this campaign, ideally get it for free? And then some of those third party programs, including Creator Connections, they're not going to pay you a flat fee for the video, but they are going to pay you a commission on top of what you already are earning. So I really like that about Creator Connections. That's what Thrasio does too. They typically, I think it's like 10% maybe that they'll give you for anything that you earn. And then you like submit your report back to them at the end of the month or something like that. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ways. Like you could sit back and just wait for messages. You will get them. I promise you will get them if you don't seek them out. But if you want like better, more strategic partnerships, you do, have to do a little bit of legwork to either join a third party place or just reach out to brands in general. You can find, if you're on a seller page on Amazon, if you go to like right by like the buy box, like, add to cart or whatever, if you look up there, if it says ships and sold by Amazon, it's going to be hard to find them. But if it says, ships from Amazon sold by XYZ seller, you can click on that seller's name and it'll take you to their seller like feedback. If you scroll down a little bit, you will find that seller's business name and address. So if you have sellers that you are like looking to partner with, you can at least find their business name and address. I would Google them. I would find their phone number. I would find their email and just kind of start that way. So, okay, I have so many questions. I feel like I'm so far behind because like my answers are long-winded and I want to make sure that I'm answering everything else. I'm going to answer these Creator Connections questions first, and then I'll go back up to the other ones. How do you get into Creator Connections, and do you have to apply? So last week we did a Q&A that was primarily about Creator Connections and what we determined, because we had people live on the call who had already contacted Amazon. So what it's invite only. But we determined, and I left the email up. Oh no, I didn't. I closed it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So Jeremy was so wonderful and sent me the correspondence that he got from Amazon as to what the qualifications were. Your account must be in open and good standing according to Amazon's terms of service, which is basically if you're in the program, your account's in good standing or they would shut you down, right? So, check that. Account must be considered active with at least 100 monthly average clicks. So you have to have at least 100 clicks per month. They're not saying if it's on Amazon or off Amazon. I think it'd be worth it to just wait till it's on Amazon and then write in and see if you can get invited. But the other qualification is account must have generated at least $1. So you need at least earn your first dollar and then have 100 clicks over the period of 30 days, which is so attainable, you guys. And then what we have found after that is Once you hit those metrics, you'll get an invite from Amazon directly inviting you to Creator Connections. I don't think it hurts to be proactive. You can always throw your name out there and open up a ticket with Amazon Associates and just ask them and say, hey, I love being an influencer and I would really love to be in the Creator Connections program because I think I could add a lot of value to Amazon customers. If you guys ever want Amazon to do something for you or you need Amazon's help doing something, frame it in a way of how helpful you're going to be to Amazon customers. And it's going to take you like that much farther. They might actually say yes because Amazon. So Jeff Bezos is obviously the founder of Amazon, and he created this flywheel that like so many companies now use as a reference. But the flywheel is all about like the e-commerce, kind of flywheel of inventory being there and customer service and pricing and marketplace where you have different sellers competing for pricing and all that. But the number one thing that Amazon prides themselves on is customer first, right? So if you can frame your request in a way that will help Amazon's customers, they're going to be more likely to say yes to you. So yeah, those are the qualifications that we've heard from Amazon in order to get into Creator Connections. It is still invite only, but once you have gotten through those qualifications, then I don't think there's an issue with asking them to get you in. And if they say no, they say no, but at least you have record of yourself being proactive about it, and that may or may not get you moved up on the list. I don't know. But it can't hurt, right? It can't hurt to ask. I'm more of I'm going to ask for what I want instead of waiting for it to come to me kind of a person. That's how you get what you want. I didn't get to where I am by just like sitting back and waiting for Amazon to do stuff for me. No way. No way. Okay. Oh my gosh. There's so many questions that, okay. If I skip your question, just re-put it in here, please. Let's see. Yes. Kyla says, I make money on products I don't even see my videos on. A couple things I just bought that didn't have any videos on, which I thought was odd. Do you have photos, or are you posting things like elsewhere? Because you could still earn for related products. But if it's something like you've bought and you haven't created content for, that's really interesting. That's super interesting because that tells me that Amazon's looking at our order history, which they are. They are for sure. But I just don't know like how much. Okay. Oh, Sarah says smart woman. Thank you. I try. I'm just all about being as efficient as possible because I don't have like a million hours to work, nor do I want to. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, I just want to make sure. I wonder if the paid videos work for influencers who live outside of the UK. Yeah, I mean, you can still, I would look to see what those other programs are allowing. If you're based in the UK and you make a video for the US, you can still earn on it for sure as long as you're in the US program. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of skipping ahead to make sure I'm staying relevant, you guys. So please go ahead and just let me know. All right. Okay. So Real Talk Tina says I have 181 posts and I'm only making like $50 a week. I was making more when I was unlocked and I don't have a lot of expensive stuff. To make videos with suggestions. Yeah, that's okay. So if I'm like struggling for stuff to do, I will look to, that's a great way to start checking your inbox, right? In your direct messages and see who is sending you messages. Cause a lot of people will just give you free samples. And there's so many sellers, brands, and agents that will give you free samples in exchange for a video. I don't recommend doing that necessarily unless you're like, I'm bored and I don't want to buy anything and I just need kind of more stuff to review. Because once you start working for a seller or an agent for free, they're never going to pay you. So I would just be leery about that. But if you check your direct messages on your socials that are connected to your influencer storefront, you may find messages in there that you've not seen yet where they're going to offer you free stuff. The other thing too is like, so if you are at a loss for things, what I did early on was I would go to friend's house, I would go to my mom's house, I did my sister's house, I did it at my mom's lake house, and I would just go and do reviews for all the things that I use there. So like at my mom's lake house, I'm there all the time. I'm using stuff, well, not all the time, but you know, in the summer. But I would do reviews for anything that was like worthwhile, that I had experience that was in my hand that I could use, right? So you can also look to outside places and people for help as far as finding products to review go, if you don't necessarily want to be spending money on buying stuff. Oh, interesting. I can see lower carousels on my desktop when viewing through Edge, but not Chrome. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely different based on desktop, mobile, you know, what browser you're using. That's really interesting. I know people that can just see the lower carousel that never went away for them. And that's so great. But that doesn't mean that their stuff is being shown to other people, right? It's just like Amazon is not everything. They're not doing everything all at the same time, right? So we're all seeing different things. And I've tested this and I know this because, you know, I've been on calls with people where it's like, you look at this and I'm gonna look at this, and we're in two different places, but we're looking at the same thing, but we see different things, right? Like we see different videos popping up, or we see different placements on the carousel and things like that. So, okay. So Kyla asked if everyone is everyone sharing their Amazon reviews on social? Which ones are you finding is the best? Wondering if I should open a new Instagram account to do this, or just keep sharing on my stories with the current one. Yeah, I think it's up to you. For me personally, I am like the worst person to ask about Instagram. I'm not going to pretend like I'm good at Instagram or I spend a lot of time on there. I do not. I would love to be good at Instagram. I'm just not. I don't have that like. I don't have like the Instagram eye. Like I wish I did. I wish I did because I got a bunch of home stuff that I'm working on. But as far as socials go, like it's really up to you. I think you do what's, you know, do what's working best. I do not typically share my video reviews and stuff on my on my personal socials. Just because I don't want to clog that feed up with my business stuff. And I don't think I don't think my like friends on Facebook and Instagram really care about the products that I'm recommending. However, I have separate accounts on my Smart Business Mom branding, which is what my influencer videos are under, my YouTube channel, right? And then I have Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and now TikTok, all under that brand name, and that's where I'm putting everything. Yes, my following is small, but I'm trying to kind of niche down and grow that following with content that I'm just either repurposing or just bringing over from Amazon. So it really depends. I would love to bring on a social media expert to kind of talk more about this with you guys, because my strategy is mostly, I mean, Amazon is first and foremost for me. YouTube is number two for me because I find it the most easy to repurpose my Amazon videos onto YouTube, because all I do is I take the video, I upload, or my VA uploads it to YouTube. I used to write a description, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but then I'll pull an affiliate link and put that up there too. So I like YouTube because it's just static. Whereas with Instagram and Facebook stories, right, those they come and they go. So I try to, again, just time is always a factor. YouTube is number one. And then I've just been finding like that I get a lot more views on TikTok, even though I have a very small following. I'm just kind of experimenting with TikTok, but I did build myself like a link tree page, which is actually on my website. So actually, if you guys go to my TikTok, or here, I think I could probably put it in here. Here's like the link tree page if anybody even really wants to see. I don't know. Here's what I built, and I linked this to my, let me make sure it works because I just changed hosting accounts on that site. So here, this is my, I think it's only going to show up on YouTube, you guys. So if you're on Facebook, this is what I built and this is what's linked to in my profile. I know a lot of people do this with Linktree, right? I just built it on my own site. So then I can like retarget people to my website and whatever. But it's basically like, here's some important idea lists, here's a freebie, here's my storefront. Like, so you can do that too, to just kind of get people to follow you. And then this will also help with sellers, kind of reaching out to you as well. All right. I'm trying not to go off on tangents, you guys. There's so many great questions. Okay. All right. So Real Talk Tina says, can you clarify what the rules say about getting paid to review products? It's very confusing. And I thought it said we cannot get paid for products or get paid to review in exchange for a review. Okay. Yes. Let me clarify this for you. So what you cannot do, definitely cannot do, it's against Amazon's terms, is you cannot get paid in order to leave a customer review on Amazon's product pages. So we talk about video reviews. These are shoppable videos. These are Amazon influencer videos. This is a different set of reviews than a customer review. A customer review is when you're going to the product page and you're selecting 4 stars, 5 stars, and you're leaving a little blurb, and maybe you can put a video or an image on there. That you cannot get paid for an actual product review on Amazon. You can get paid to make an influencer video review. I think it's a little deceiving when people call the influencer videos reviews. They are video reviews, right? But in Amazon's eyes, the product reviews are where you go in onto the product page, because then your customer review lives on the product page forever. Your customer review, based on how many stars you give it, factors into the overall review score on there. That is what you cannot get paid for. However, with the influencer side, because it says I am an influencer, I get paid for this, right? It has earns commission every time, you post content on there, it'll be on there. So that's kind of part of the disclaimer. But if you're getting paid on top of that, if you're getting paid on top of, you're doing a brand deal, you're getting paid like $200 because you're working with Fluence or Fruit directly, you have to put an extra disclaimer on there saying that you were paid for that video. You were paid in order to create this video, or like I was paid in exchange for, to try out this product and leave my honest review. I always say it and or put it in text on the video. So 2 different review ways in Amazon. You cannot ever get paid for a customer review where you go in and click and it lives on Amazon forever under the customer review section. If you are on the influencer side, you can get paid, but you still have to disclose that you got paid, or else you're going to be in violation of FTC, FCC, affiliate disclosure laws. So you don't ever want to mess with that. If you're like, should I disclose? The answer is yes. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so with your, okay, Kyla says, no, I mean, make commissions on videos that I don't see myself on the product page. But on a separate note, I went to go buy something the other day and no video reviews were on there from anyone. Yeah, not every product page has those videos. You make commissions on videos that you don't see yourself on the product page. So especially when Amazon had the lower carousel, if you kept scrolling, there'd be like related products, right? Videos from related products. So if it's a lot of times you'll see a related product, you will still earn for that on the on-site. If you're on the off-site, like the affiliate, the associate side, you will earn whatever that person puts in their cart and buys over your cookie life. So during that 24 hours that they've clicked on your link. So if I, linked to my microphone and then somebody clicked on my link and they bought, pens, a book, and a desk, I would still earn for those 3 things. Even if they didn't buy my microphone, I would still earn for those other 3 things. Because that's definitely how it works on the off-site side. You'll earn for everything. With the on-site, I speculate that you will earn from things that are similar because of where Amazon is placing your video on like similar product listings too. And then we had a question. I know it was up here on Facebook. Yeah, Diane says, I know with my first 3 videos, I will do one with no face, and one with the other. One with no face and the other with my face. What way should I do the third? It's totally up to you. I have had people who did 3 videos with no faces and got in. I did have had people that done 3 videos with their faces and got in. I think the best way to really do it is do one of each and then decide whatever is the best third for you. I would say base it on like the product, right? So if it's a product that makes sense for you to like hold next to you, right? Put your face in it. But if it's a product where like you're doing a demonstration and you think it's more beneficial for the customer to see it up close, then maybe don't do your face. I think it's based on the product and your personal preference if you want to have your face in that third one. But I think if you're doing one of each, which I like that, I recommend at least doing one of each because then it's like, they didn't just reject you because your face wasn't in it. They didn't just reject you because you weren't doing a up close product demonstration because you kind of cover both those angles. So I think whatever you want to, yeah, Diane, yeah, whatever you want to, I would look to the product, right? And put yourself in the customer frame of mind. Like, what would you want to see as a customer? And you can always review the Amazon listing too, right? Is there anything that's like getting left out or something you wish you knew before you bought it? And then highlight those features and benefits and then decide whether to have your face in it or not. I think that's secondary. Okay. Oh, hi, Anna. Anna said, hey, Kathleen, Happy New Year. So nice to catch you live. Yes. Thanks for being here. I know. Happy New Year 2024. Love it. Yes. Real Talk Team says, I want more money. I know. Don't we all? Yeah. More money. So I would focus on product selection there. That's how I hit my revenue goals. It's all about product selection and then the upkeep too, right? Because you can get your video placed on competitive listings that have 5 influencer carousels all taken up. You can. You just need to make a better video, right? Go to the product page, watch all the influencer videos, and make a better video. You can totally do that and it will get placed and ideally rotated up, right? All right. So Anna says, do you have any tips for people who have reviewed all of their house items and buy when needed strategically? I had an idea to buy specific items strategically, review and return. Now I'm not so sure. Ooh, yes. Never buy from Amazon, review and return. Don't do that. Don't do that. They are looking for that. That will get you kicked out of the program. Don't do that. Because realistically, right? Think about it. If you own a company, say you're Jeff Bezos and you had people that were buying stuff, talking about how much they loved it, try to get other people to buy it, and then you're returning it. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that because you will get in trouble with Amazon, especially if you buy and return through your Amazon account. They are watching for that now because a lot of people were teaching that incorrectly. And so Amazon is now looking for that. Don't do that. Instead, I mentioned this a little bit earlier. It might have been before you got on, though. What you can do is go to friends and family and places you go frequently and people that you trust that you can either talk to them about their products, go to their house and shoot videos. What I did earlier on was when I ran out of kind of like my first batch of products, I went to one of my best friend's house because she was having a baby. She was like probably 8 months pregnant when I went over to her house. But here's what I did. I went through her baby registry on Amazon. Because you can't so back when I first started this 2 years ago, what I would do is I would have when I would go to visit my mom and I'd be like, Mom, send me your order history so I can kind of vet the things before I get there. And then we'll decide like what we're going to make videos about, stuff I've used, or I'd go there and use it. Right. I'm still all about you still want to be authentic. You don't want to say like this bed in my house is amazing if it's in your mom's house, but you could say my mom sleeps on this bed every night and she loves it because of XYZ, right? Like that's honest, right? Don't ever lie, of course. But one thing you can do is reach out to friends and family, but especially people that have registries on Amazon because you'll be able to see what they got and then vet the products before you get there. So again, I'm all about creating efficiency and saving time. So what I did with my girlfriend was I went to, well, first I asked her like, "Hey, can I come over and just like make, can you show me these things that you got from your baby registry?" And of course, I was at her shower, right? So I knew a lot of the stuff anyway, but I was able to go on Amazon and look at the list of stuff because it was already there and then do my product research. And then I picked the top 25 things from her baby registry. And those were the 25 things that I then sent her. And I was like, "Hey, these are my top 25 product like opportunities. Can we look at these things when I get there?" And actually, a lot of those items I had already had or had used and given away for my babies because they were just older now. So I didn't need them. Right. So certain things I'd already used, I just didn't have them anymore. And it worked out really nice because she had just gotten them. So um, try that. But yeah, looking at other people's registries is a great way to kind of kickstart that. Yeah, yeah. So you've been doing your friends' items, vetted the items before you got them. Good, good. I've also started doing Airbnbs. Last one had majority of items the same as in my house. Yeah. Yeah, it's Airbnbs. Like there was a big movement, like go to Airbnbs and film everything. And like I think a lot of people have already done that. People have already done that. So I mean that's another option, right? Is to go to the Airbnbs, but I don't do that because I don't really stay in Airbnbs. Cool. Yeah. So Kyla said, "Okay, thank you. I see accounts either just sharing products or the affiliate side of trainings to help out others. I'm trying to still figure out which way I want to go and if I need a new account." Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately it's up to you and based on your like who's you're following right now and are they buying? Are they clicking on your product stuff? Are they buying? Or do you find that it would be best to start new and just kind of target people that are looking for those products that you like to promote? Like there's a lot of people on Instagram and TikTok that I just follow like looking at their Amazon products and like some of them are awesome. Like I clicked on one this morning that was like top 10, like my top 10 items of 2023. And I swear I wanted to buy 8 of the 10 items. The problem though always is that I find you have to be very organized about it. And like I could not find any of these products when I clicked through. I clicked his, his Linktree link, but I couldn't find like he hadn't yet linked to I don't know, that idea list or like that top 10 list. So, like one thing that I would like to test in the future is creating that into a blog post, putting, have a top 10 and then make a blog post and then you link to that, right? So then you're driving people to your website and then you have all your affiliate links on your website as well. So, just kind of another strategy. And then you could do that with Pinterest too. Can't put your affiliate links directly on Pinterest, but you can put your affiliate links in a blog post and then link your blog on Pinterest, right? So there's quite a few different ways to do it. I think you just have to pick like your top social media platforms and kind of tailor your content to what's the best for that platform that you want to be on the most because they are all different. I am not a social media expert, but I do know that they are all different as far as like what works and what doesn't, right? Let's see. Oh, who said this? Made my first 17 cents this week after being approved. Yay. Oh, I've got to scroll back and see who said that. Oh, Sarah. All right. Congratulations. Sarah made her first 17 cents. You guys, that's just the start. Now you get to wake up every morning and check your stats and stay motivated to keep churning out those videos and that content. Love it. Love it. Yeah, thanks. Thought that would be a good idea. Yeah, never leave a review, like an actual review. You're clicking on the stars on the product page. If someone pays you for that, you're both liable. Don't ever do that. It's definitely against Amazon's terms. Okay, Kyla says, "What if it's a Christmas gift and it didn't fit you, but you still love it? Made commissions and have used. I have 3 to 4 items around Christmas that I think I might have to take videos down now." Here's the thing though, if it was a Christmas gift, and you didn't buy it in your Amazon store, what you don't want to do is buy a thing through your Amazon account that is connected to your influencer account, create a video, upload it to Amazon, and then return that item. If it's something, I mean, there's things that I have videos on that I don't use anymore that I've given away. A lot of people will, especially people that work with sellers, if it's an item that they don't plan on using long term, they'll sell it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. Like, you just want to make sure that like you're being honest around the content that you're putting out, right? It's like, I love this thing. This one didn't quite fit me, but if it was a size bigger, I would love it. And here's why. I don't see any issues with that. It's just literally like the technical aspect of buying the thing in your Amazon account that's connected to your influencer account and then returning it to Amazon that Amazon now has on their radar, because a lot of people did that. They'd buy a couch and leave her and create a video, shoppable video for it, and then they return it. And, Amazon caught on to it because a lot of people were doing it because somebody was teaching, just do that, just buy everything and then return it. I think as long as you're still saying like authentic, right? But just don't either give it away to someone, sell it on a different marketplace if you don't want it anymore or don't use it anymore. Just like I said, don't buy it, create a shoppable video, and then return it all through the same Amazon account, because they can see that, and they are definitely have been cracking down on that. All right. Let's see. All right, so Kyla says, so when you were in others' houses reviewing, you said that in the video review example, this is my mom's house, or don't disclose that. I mean, I just try to disclose everything, because like I would just wouldn't want someone coming back, being like, oh, like you said that was in your house, but it wasn't, like I would just, yeah, I think there's a way to frame it, right? That's like, well, I'm visiting my mom's house, and every time I stay here, I stay in the guest bedroom here, and this is the bed that I sleep in, you know or I'm at my friend's house, and this stroller is, here's all the reasons why I love this, and I used the same one when my children were babies, like things like that. I just always kind of over disclose to protect myself, but I mean, you guys can choose. At the same time, people probably wouldn't know necessarily, right, that you weren't at your own house. So it's kind of up to you. I think the biggest thing is obviously the affiliate disclosure, right? Like when you're working with sellers, or when you're, getting paid in addition, like you just always want to make sure that that disclosure is there. I think that's even more important than, where you are and like whose stuff it is. Let's see. When I click on the Creator Connections link, nothing pops up on my screen. Which link? Are you like in your dashboard? Are you in your dashboard at all? If you don't have access to it, you're probably haven't been invited yet, and you could always write in to Amazon Associates and ask them for an invite. But yeah, let me know what link is that. Okay, let's see. Would you do that make a curated list of those videos? Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's in your dashboard. So you can see Creator Connections, but there's nothing there yet. Could mean that you have access to it, but maybe haven't activated it. I would just write into Amazon. It's an empty screen. Oh dear. Open up a ticket with Amazon Associates and just be like, send them a screenshot, right? Be like, hey, can you look into this and just fix this link for me? Don't even say anything about being in the program or not being in the program. If you can see the Creator Connections under like the promotion, I think it's promotion is the drop down. I gotta check. Yeah, under promotions, you'll see Creator Connections. If you see that and you get nothing there, I would just write into Amazon and be like, can you just check into this, or try a different browser, or log in and log back out again? See if that works. But if you have it there, that's a good start. It means that you can at least see it, so that's good. Let's see. Would you do that and make a curated list of those videos? Yeah, that is a great idea. That's a great idea. So if you're like creating idea lists, or right, you want to put together a curation and then link to that on your Eva, you can send that to me. Go ahead and Eva, if you want to send me the screenshot, send it to hello@kathleencoble.com. And I can take a look at it. I can take a look at it while I'm on here. I'd love to see it too. Yeah. Here, I'll put my email in here so you can just copy and paste. So I had Jeremy from last week sent me an email that clarified a lot with Creator Connection. So you guys can always email me if there's something helpful that I can share with the group here. Yeah, makes sense on the disclosure. Great, great, great. Yeah, so one other thing is, right, when you're creating like lists of things, yeah, like I wish this person on TikTok that I clicked through, I watched their video, top 10 things, legit would have bought 8 of those things if I could have ever found the link to get there. But that's why like it's kind of just like an extra amount of work, but if you do it the right way, I think you could really streamline a good process for this. But if you create an idea list or a curation based on top 10, this is like something that I have going on with my Smart Business Mom site right now is we're doing these top 10 lists. And so those will then be their own idea list. So you can link directly to the idea list, but then you can also the curations are going to show up right at the top, right? So anything you know you're going to be promoting on social media that week, just make sure that your curations are up to date. And then whatever idea lists or videos you want people to see, pin them. You have 4 pins, right? That you can make sure go on the top of your storefront. So maybe just do like a theme every week and make sure that those, top slots are all linked to the right products. Okay. Let's see. I did not get your email yet, Eva. I'll come back and check there. Let me make sure I gave you the right. It was hello at Kathy. Yeah. All right. I didn't get it yet. It didn't come through yet. I'll come back and check here. Okay. Yes. So Kyla says, do you make money on clothes and jewelry? I heard someone say they haven't made much at all on them. I haven't started much on clothes yet. Just for kids, not mine. No, I do not make a lot of money on clothes and jewelry. Oh, you sent it to my Smart Business Mom. Okay. Yeah, no, I was looking at my Kathleen Coble. I'll check that in just a second. Oh, that's okay. I do not make a lot of money at all on clothes and jewelry. So I haven't really made very many jewelry videos just because I haven't bought much from Amazon as far as jewelry goes. But clothing, obviously, I buy tons of clothing from Amazon, especially for my kids. The thing about clothing is that the category is weird when it comes to displaying those videos. I think it's really hard to make money I think it's hard to make money. I know it's hard to make money with the shoppable videos for clothing. What does tend to make people money that I've heard from multiple people for clothing are the photos. So, and I think here's why, right? The photos, like that's really all you need. Yes, I think a video is even better to showcase anything, but here's why it's hard. So if you go to a product listing page for clothing or jewelry, I think it's jewelry too. It's definitely clothing. It's shoes as well. Like I did a lot of reviews for shoes, and this is why they didn't work or videos for shoes because when you go to the product listing pages and you look in the video carousel, it's different, right? It's only showing you the one video when you click on there. Like you're not going to see like 6 videos underneath the video. You're not going to see 10 videos because it's a category thing. So even when you click on the video on desktop, it's only going to show you the one video. On mobile, it's different, but it is just a weird category nuance as far as clothing goes with the videos that I don't think they're very visible. So I don't think people see them very well as far as customers go. And that's why I feel like they don't convert. The only videos that have ever converted for me, I mean, I get sales here or there for some. I don't do really clothing videos at all anymore because they haven't worked for me. The only time they've worked for me is when there's an open image carousel so that people can find it when they're swiping. And by that, I mean, so when you look on a product listing page, basically every seller who creates a product listing page, they have 6 image slots. And then there's one video slot, right, that shows up on that first product page. And so when they only have 5 images, there'll be 2 videos that show up on mobile when you're on the listing on mobile, as far as like swiping goes, right? Because you can swipe through the images and then eventually get to the video, or sometimes the video is like the second, image slot. If one of those image slots is not taken up, then it leaves room for another video slot to appear. And that is where I've made money, is when my video gets placed there. But those placements are very hard to find. There's probably not quite as many available right now, but that was where I would get good commissions. Like I did a couple dresses and bathing suits and like some pants and stuff and things like that. But that's why it's hard, because of the category and the way that the videos show up. But quite honestly, do photos instead, because the photos have been converting really well. For jewelry and for clothing and for shoes as well. Yeah, Kyla said, good to know. I don't want to spend too much time on clothes if it's not worth it. I see a lot of influencers do the shoppable photos. Yeah, and I saw your video that says don't use Amazon pictures. Yeah, don't use Amazon pictures anyway. But Amazon just came out with a new like do's and don'ts. They just updated it this week and they emailed it out to everyone. I posted a link in the Facebook group. If you guys are in the Facebook group, it should be in there. But one thing they specifically said was do not use images in your video. People want to see the video. So they specifically said, do not use images. They didn't say don't use Amazon images. They didn't say don't use your own images. They don't want you to use images within the videos. And obviously lots of people do that to try to game the system, right? But don't use anyone else's content. But I think that is the route that I like to go if I'm doing anything in those categories. Kyla, I'll just do an image because it's less time. Somehow it's more visible than the video for those categories. So I would just do it like that. Don't spend a ton of time doing videos on clothing right now because it's just not working very well. Okay, I'm going to pop over to my email. And just check and see. I just need to log in. Trying to get all of my influencer kind of teaching and correspondence and all that good stuff under my new website, KathleenKoval.com, which is just kind of sitting there. There's not a whole lot of content on there besides the masterclass here. But I want to see your screenshot, Eva, so that we can see. Oh, okay. That's because you're on the on Amazon side. You got to go to off Amazon. That's why. See, that was an easy fix. Yeah, if something is easier for you guys to just like send to me or whatever, because I can see you're on Amazon. So switch over to your other store ID and then check there. Yeah. Cool. All right. Got that. Yes. Someone said, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Eva. So if you go up to, here's something that we should all know about, right? Is yeah, just going back and forth between your on-site and your off-site. So how do you upload shoppable photos? Go to your influencer store. And when you're logged in, there should be like create content or upload or whatever. Yeah. You can upload your photos directly through your storefront when you're logged in. It should say like create content or upload or something, but your Creator Hub dashboard is just going to be for videos. Let's see. Is the new do's and don'ts in the featured box? In the Facebook group, I do not believe that it is. But I could probably pin it. Yeah, it was good to go through. I think a lot of it I already knew, but they definitely called out like not filming in stores. They called out not there was one other thing. Yeah, not using images within your videos. Don't do that either. And I just recommend not taking any content off of the product listing itself, because technically that could be Here, I just pinned the new do's and don'ts link up at the top of the Facebook group. You don't want to use other people's content because technically a seller could come back to you and say that you're stealing their photos, which like you are. So don't do that. A lot of people in other groups and other videos say that it's fine, but it's not. It's not, because as a seller and somebody who represents sellers and someone who works with sellers, they're very protective of their content. And so for the most part, they're not going to want you to do that. All right. All right. Just doing my first 3 videos tomorrow. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So just like going back to, we've got another like 10 to 15 minutes. If anyone else has any other questions, I would love to hear them. Wait a sec. Why is my, let's see. Okay, I don't know. Sorry, guys. My chat stopped in my software here, so let me just pop over to YouTube here. Let's see. Online earning methods and hacks said, hey. Let's see. If you don't mind, please tell us how you can find distributors and wholesalers for inventory. Yeah, this is more so. Yeah, as far as the seller side goes, I mean, there's a million ways to find distributors. That you can look at Alibaba, you can look at AliExpress, you can look at, I would just Google wholesalers, distributors. There's so many. There's so many. I mean, I've sourced from just regular stores, from stuff that's on clearance, for retail arbitrage. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different, so many ways that you can find distributors for selling stuff. But if we're looking to like partner with sellers, right, there's a whole bunch of ways that we can do that as well. Let's see. Kyla says, can we post pictures of a screenshot of the listing and then our link in an Instagram story? I've been doing that a little bit. I think that's up to you. I know a ton of people do that. I don't know what the rules about Instagram are. I mean, it's still someone else's content, so like it's totally up to you. I know a ton of people do it. I just wouldn't. I would just stay away from it on Amazon. I think you could test it. Like I said, I know a ton of people do it. As long as the seller's not coming back to you saying like take it down, because Amazon can't police your Instagram, right? I mean, they can if you're linking. Yeah, I guess if you're using your affiliate links, I would just be careful. I don't think it's like expressly stated that you can't take a screenshot and put it on Instagram. I just personally wouldn't take a screenshot and put it on Amazon, right? I think the other way is maybe better. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I said, I know a ton of people do that, and a ton of people have been doing that for a long time and are very successful with it. I think that's way less frowned upon than, putting the screenshot on Amazon. I just wouldn't put it on Amazon. Yes, let's see. So Spencer asked, hi, for products without any videos at all, can I make a video for those products or no? Yes, you can definitely make videos for products that do not have videos yet. Here's why. Because on a normal day on Amazon, there would be a lower carousel. So even if the seller or brand hasn't uploaded their product video yet, which is what's needed to happen in order to like open the video carousel on the product page, like at the top there, even if they haven't yet, you definitely can still make a video. It ideally will show in the bottom carousel. Right now, Amazon is testing, so some people can see the bottom carousel, most people cannot, but that doesn't mean that it won't come back. So I think the lower carousel will come back at some point, so it will get shown on there. I actually did a video, or I'm working on a video right now that's being a little bit slower because there's no video in the carousel and the lower carousel is not there. So it's just harder for me to get motivated to do that one. But to be honest, I'm still going to do it because the sales are off the chart with this product. And when the lower carousels come back, my video will be the only one there. And if that brand ever decides to upload a video, my video will then make it to the top carousel without me having to do anything. So that's the other thing too is if you don't see a video on there, there's always a possibility that the seller will add one later, especially if it's a more well-known brand. They should have brand registry and therefore be able to upload brand videos. One other thing too that is like a little, I don't know, it's not really like a secret, but just so you know, like, so in order to get in order to get a video on a product listing page, a seller has to have brand registry. In order to get brand registry, the biggest thing is you have to have a trademark. So if you have a trademark and apply for brand registry and get approved with Amazon, then you are able to upload the video. And the way to know if a seller or a brand has brand registry is to click on their brand name under the title of a product listing page. And if their brand, if that link goes to a storefront where they've created, looks like a little website and there's headers and there's categories and then they design it and there's all their products on there. If you can click on the brand name under the title of a product on a product listing page and it goes to like what looks like a storefront, that seller has brand registry, which means they can definitely be uploading videos to their product pages. Maybe they just haven't yet, right? Or maybe they don't know that they should be, or whatever that may be. You could always reach out to them and say, hey, are you going to be uploading a brand video? I'd love to do an influencer video, but it'd be really helpful if you already had a video on there. If you click on that brand name link under the product title and it goes to what looks more like a search results page, it means that they do not, either they don't have brand registry or they're not taking advantage of the perks of brand registry, which is having your own storefront. So sellers can have their own storefront just like us influencers have our storefront, where our storefront is all of our content. Their storefront is all of the products in their Amazon store. So it's a really kind of quick and easy way to know if this brand is kind of like worth your time to pursue. If they have the storefront, I would pursue it. If they don't, they're probably not going to ever get, or not anytime soon. Maybe they're working on getting brand registry. I don't know. But if they don't have that that storefront page linked there, it means they probably don't have brand registry, which means they probably are not going to or don't have plans to get a video on that listing. So think about that. That's kind of like an easy little like hack way to figure out if you should create a video or not, if there's ever a chance of it going on a higher product listing or product carousel page. Okay. And one amazing thing, I'm just going to throw this up here because it's been a while. I put this up here earlier, but we were talking about Fluencer Fruit and all the different amazing things that it can do for us. But one of those benefits of being a subscriber of Fluencer Fruit is that there is an agency behind there and they are already working with sellers and they pay influencers $200 per video. So that's a really easy way to get a nice additional income stream going. Okay. And I know Liz, the founder of Fluencer Fruit, she's amazing. She only works with reputable sellers. And I've done a campaign. Actually, I just got finished with a campaign with them. And again, it's just an extra perk to where you're in the software, you're using the software, and this is just like an additional thing. They'll reach out to you, fill out your little profile, and then they'll reach out to you when there's a good kind of pairing with a seller, or if a seller like really wants to work with you or anything like that. And there is also a free 30-day trial in the Influence and Earn course that I have. So I don't know if I can put two. I'm not sure if I can put two things on here. Let's try it. No, that's okay. So, yeah, so there's the link to my course. It's Courses by Kathleen if you guys want to check it out. But definitely check out Fluencer Fruit because there are so many, there's just so many cool features about it. And like I said, I'm all about people saving time and making money because that's the best. That's the best. Okay. Let's see. Is there a way to know if someone has followed our Amazon storefront? I have not been able to see, let's see. I have not been able to see who follows me, but I can see how many followers I have if I am in the Amazon Creator app. So it's like the Amazon Live app. Um, Maybe it's called Amazon Creator now. I feel like they keep changing it. It's called Amazon Live. I think it's called Amazon Creator now. But it's a separate app, and it's the app that you can use to like do Amazon Lives if you're gonna do that. Um, and so you can see how many, but I don't think you can see who is following you. I've not been able to figure that out. But if anybody else on this live stream right now can see who their followers are, I would love to know, so that I can share that. No, I don't know. I do not know how to see, but you can see how many followers if you go to the Amazon Creator app. Yeah. Let's see. So Eva says, are they particular with which Amazon influencers they'd like to work with? And are the expectations of the influencer very high in terms of getting the $200 video fee? Quite honestly, it was one of the easiest partnerships I've ever done, was with the Fluencer Fruit Agency, because the way that they go about it is they say, like, they'll reach out to you and they'll say, here is the product that we were thinking about for you. Are you interested in doing it? You say yes or no. So I said yes. They sent me, I got the product for free. And then I had 4 weeks to create my video. The only stipulation that they had was please have it be between 1 and 2 minutes. And then they gave me a whole list of like talking points from the brand. But it was a lot of stuff that I was already in the product listing page, and like quite a few things that I like was going to call out anyway. So it was not, like I said, it was one of the easiest partnerships that I did, because I've done partnerships with other people where they're like very specific on what they want from you. And they'll say, well, I want, 30 seconds of unboxing, and then I want a minute of product demo, and then make sure that call this out and call that out. And it's like, when it becomes too rigid or too scripted for me, I don't want to do it anymore, right? If the seller or the brand is telling me like what to do and how to make my videos, that's like a real quick way for me to stop working with them, right? Like, as creators, we want to do it how we want to do it. So that's another thing that I really like about working with Fluencer Fruit, is that they didn't tell me what to do. They didn't tell me what to say. They didn't tell me how to do it. They didn't tell me, like, it was very much like, here's the product, here's the talking points from the brand, kind of say what you want, and please, do it within 4 weeks of receiving the product. So, I really like that about working with the agency there. How many products do you get each month? Well, for this, it's very much like they'll reach out to you with the campaigns that work for you. With other agencies, or I should say with other like kind of third party softwares that do this, you can do as many as you want. Like with Thrasio, they have stipulations depending on like where you are in the earning scale or whatever. Where you can pick certain things to get them for free, but it's only like this much, per month, but then you get them for free, and then you do the review, and then you earn extra money. So like each agency, each kind of third party seller or group to work with is different. It's just a matter of like trying them out. And maybe I'll do like another one. I just, like I said, I haven't, doing like another like live Q&A with like, I would have to bring other people on, like people that do Logi, and people that like I said, I do Thrasio, I do Fluencer Fruit. I know there's plenty of other ones out there, and there's more popping up all the time. But I think it's really just like, for me, again, if I had 24 hours to work on this all day, every day, I would totally partner with more sellers. But for me, yeah, it just kind of takes the fun out of it when someone tells me exactly what they want me to do. I would just rather not. I would honestly rather find a product that I can invest my own money in, that I know is going to bring me good returns, and and make me money. So that's really why I stayed away from seller partnerships for the first year that I was in this program, because I didn't really um, nobody that presented stuff to me was going to earn me more money than the products that I was already doing reviews on, which sounds, like, I don't know, whatever, but it was true. Like there's a lot of bad product opportunities that will fall into your inbox and your direct messages through social media. And I think that's why it's really important to look, to do your product research too, and make sure that you want to use the product, that you can at least make some money if they're not offering you any money. I know a lot of people that when they're just getting started with the influencer program, they'll take all the free samples and make all the videos and all that good stuff. But quite honestly, you got to do your product research if you're going to do that, because a lot of products out there are not going to make you a whole ton of money. And so, like I said, I did those things. I would always do the product research, and it'd be like maybe one out of every 12 to 15 offers that I got directly would be worth my while to do as a free sample. And I would say, 9 out of 10 of those sellers, brands, agents, whoever was contacting me, they were not offering me any money. Like, please take a free sample. And it's like, well, no, I don't really want this thing. Like, if you're going to pay me $200 to try it out, sure, I'll try it out. But if it's not something I already want, then I'm not going to work for free, because then those sellers will come back to you. Those agents will come back to you. It's typically agents that are doing this because they have a huge catalog of items. And so in my last video that I just posted this yesterday, you guys, but I went through the terminology of like the different people that'll reach out to you. And agents, I refer to agents as people that represent multiple brands, lots of different products on Amazon. They have a plethora of products. They could be in all of the categories. Like basically they're typically people from like overseas that work for the manufacturers but sell directly on Amazon, which again have a giant catalog. And they tend to be like, hey, we'll give you a free sample, or we'll give you $20, to do this video. And then they'll give you all these stipulations, right? I basically never work with agents, like almost never. I can count the amount of times on one hand that I've done that. I just wouldn't. Sellers are the people that are selling the items on Amazon, but the seller is like the seller name. You'll see that on the product listing page, and they tend to represent that particular Amazon selling account, which typically they are selling under one brand. So sellers and brands are very similar. The biggest difference with brands is that they're brand registered and they can upload their videos to Amazon, which I kind of talked about previously, right? The difference of having a listing up there with a seller that's brand registered versus not. The brands are brand registered with Amazon. They have the ability to put a video on the product listing page, whereas not all sellers have that opportunity, right? So yeah, those are kind of all the different ways. Let's see here. Let's see. Are they particular in which Amazon influencers they'll work with? I think it depends, it depends on the seller. Some sellers are particular and some sellers are like, I don't really care. I just want a nice video. I think it depends, but the sellers that are attracted to you will come to you. They will find you and send you messages. And then as far as like doing partnerships and brand deals and stuff, it's really just it's kind of up to you. Like they'll pursue you, but at the end of the day, you get to choose, right? You get to choose who you want to work with. So see, Real Talk Tina says, I would like to sign up with them. How much to start with Fluencer Fruit? So I believe it is, hang on, I'll need to look. I want to say that it's like $500 or $600 for the year. So it ends up coming out to like $50 a month. But I think you have to do the whole year if you subscribe without being in the course. So if you're in my course, you already have a free 30-day trial. I'll put that up here too. Here's a link to my course. Courses by Kathleen. So, um, and I don't think, I don't know if I have an easier way for you guys to get there. Do I? Oh, I do. Hang on. Hang on. The course is full price right now. So if anybody is like really interested and wants to buy it, just send me an email at hello@kathleencoble.com, and then I can give you guys a coupon code for $100 off. So if you want to check that out, but this comes, my course comes with a free 30-day trial. So you'll be able to get in and use Fluencer Fruit for 30 days and like test it out and see if you actually, want to use it and keep using it, which I use it like every day now. So let's see here. Okay. What criteria are they looking for in terms of partnering with you? Social media following, size of storefront. I just got approved, so I feel like a nobody in this department. That's okay. No, it's totally fine. So I mean, some people are looking for criteria and some people aren't, some people, I did have somebody, I reached out to a brand via Creator Connections because they said they were giving free samples, and then they never responded, and they finally came back and they were like, yeah, we just were very selective about our free samples, and like nicely told me that I like didn't qualify, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm not going to buy the thing then because it was like $200, right? But it said free sample. So again, you don't know unless you ask. You don't know unless you try. No problem. That'll be the one campaign that I have that won't have any content links, but like the other 12 campaigns that I'm in, like they do, right? So, yeah. Let's see. Give us your best personal tip for Amazon FBA. Well, that's a tough question. My best personal tip for Amazon FBA, I don't know, do it. Yeah, if you guys are interested in getting into Amazon selling, it's great. I've been doing it for 12 years. It's how I found the influencer program. It is actually selling physical products, right? You're selling physical products. You're not just doing the video stuff. So, it's a totally different selling model. It's a totally different thing, but I do highly recommend doing it. I am still doing it. The cool thing about Amazon FBA is that you once you get all the products, you ship them all into Amazon, and then they will ship out as customers buy your stuff. So you're not actually shipping from your home or your office or your warehouse or wherever you are. So I love that about it. They process the money, they do the shipping, they do the customer service. Like, what else? What else? My best personal tip is like, do it if you can, for sure. All right, Kyla says, what's the difference between offsite and onsite? Is Amazon Associates offsite? I don't tend to make much there as opposed to offsite. Okay, I love this question. And so I do have to wrap this up in like the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. And so I am going to answer your question though, but I just want to really quickly, yeah, like the course isn't on sale right now, so I'm not going to push it too hard. But if you guys want to buy me coffee. Hang on. I'm trying to get better at this live streaming, so than me doing it all the time. There, buy me coffee. If anyone wants to buy me coffee, you can buy me coffee. I was trying to figure out, like, I was just playing around with all this stuff, right? And this is just kind of fun for me to poke around with. But yeah, let me answer this question because it's really, really important. Yeah, on-site. So the difference between off-site and on-site, and we tend to make more on-site with the influencer program because it's on-site, right? The beauty of the influencer program is that you don't need to do the marketing. You create the content, but you don't have to do the marketing. With off-site, and so we always think of it as like on-site is the customers that are purchasing from you are already on Amazon. They're already on-site. Offsite means the customers that are purchasing from you started off Amazon and you brought them onto Amazon. So that's like the main difference between onsite and offsite. Onsite is the influencer side. Your customers are already on Amazon. your content lives on Amazon that people are watching, right? With the offsite, that's your Amazon associates or affiliate side. You're promoting Amazon elsewhere off Amazon. So whether that's YouTube or social media or your website, blog, whatever, um, the customers are starting off Amazon. You're bringing them onto Amazon. That is just so much harder, right? Because you have to have a following off Amazon. You have to work hard to get people to notice you off Amazon. Yeah, Kyla says makes sense. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you have to so that's the beauty of the on-site is like you don't have to market because Amazon is putting your content in front of their customers that are already there. With the off-site, it's just hard. If you don't have a big following, it's so much harder. You need a huge following. I do recommend though that everyone should be trying to build up at least one off-site platform. If you are on site, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have started this earlier. And I know why I didn't because I was just cranking out Amazon videos. I was just cranking out Amazon videos and I just wanted to make as much money on site as possible because it was so much easier. I don't have a big following. I still don't really have a huge following, right? Um but what I do recommend for everybody watching this live stream, whether you have been an influencer for 5 seconds or 2 years, think about and strategize on what is the offsite channel that you're going to focus on top of, at least when you're ready. Um, because you've already created the content. So for me, that offsite place is YouTube. So, like I said, what I'm already doing is I've taken my Amazon videos and I'm putting them on YouTube because I don't have to do too much to it. Like I just take them, I bring them over and put an affiliate link and maybe a description and like that's about it. TikTok has also been going like decently, but I think in the future, and this is maybe already happening, but like this is speculation, everyone. Okay, this I'm going to speculate. I don't think your on-site earnings are necessarily determined by your off-site earnings, but I do think you get more opportunities with Amazon the larger your off-site earnings become. And I started seeing this when I started earning off-site, and I still don't comparatively. I still make almost nothing off-site versus what I make on-site, but I am making some money off-site now, and I've had some opportunities come my way from Amazon. I feel like now because that's happening. And I do think, again, you want to diversify as much as you can and you're already creating the content. So if you're someone who's like awesome at Facebook and you love being on Facebook and you love posting or Instagram, right? Like pick your platform that you want to get good at to try to bring in sales offsite to Amazon because I think it will help you as an influencer in the long term. And then, especially as you are looking to have more seller partnerships and brand deals, right? You can at least focus on one offsite channel, start building that up so that you can really then like showcase that when you're looking to, like I said, work with brands and things like that. So yeah, Kyla says, same here. $10 here and there. Yeah, same. Like if I make a few dollars on the other side, like that's great. And I definitely did in December. December was a nice month. But again, not like almost nothing compared to the on-site. So all right. All right. You guys are awesome. This has been so much fun. I think we are yeah, we are. Let's wrap this up so that I can go eat some food before I have to pick up all my children for the day. And yeah, you guys are wonderful. Next week, we're gonna do this again next week. And next week is, hang on. Next week we are going to be talking about monetizing your content off of Amazon. So we'll talk even more about that. Like I said, my biggest strategy is YouTube. I find it pretty easy to just take my content and put it over there. And then, I can show you guys what I'm doing on the other side. But, maybe I'll go through and look for some good examples. There are some people that are doing this really, really well. And I had a question that was like, yeah, we just need to figure out how to kind of what can we even do with our content that we're making for Amazon? Like, what are the different ways that you can repurpose it? So I do have a whole module in my Influence and Earn course that's all about like how to repurpose your content and kind of do what works for you. I kind of talked about it here at the end a little bit here. So I'll just throw that up. Oh no, wait, I have an easier one. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, if anybody wants to check that out, again, I'm happy to give you guys $100 off if you want to. And let's see, Kyla says, yeah, I love it. Okay, thanks so much for this. So incredibly helpful. Oh, thank you. Love your channel. Appreciate you. I appreciate you for being here so much. Will I email you the live link before it starts? Yeah. It'll be the same time. It'll be next Wednesday at the same time. I'm trying to keep it at the same time unless I have some sort of conflict here. But yeah, it'll be next Wednesday at 12:30 Central Time or whatever time you're in. It's going to be the same time next week. So if you guys are on my email list, you will definitely get an email. If you are not on my email list, then make sure you sign up. If you just go to KathleenKoble.com, look, I'm just kind of putting all the, there we go. I don't have a QR code for this one, but I'll get one. But yeah, if you go just sign up at my website, KathleenKoble.com, it'll take you to the free masterclass. So if you want to get on the email list, make sure that you check that out there. You will get the emails. But yeah, the next one will be next Wednesday, same time. And we'll talk about how can you best repurpose your content? How can you make it work for you? And, the goal is to do as little work as possible to repurpose and just earn more money with the content that you've already created. So let's see. Thank you, Kathleen. Always such valuable information. Thank you for watching. Oh, the busy Graham. Thanks again. Of course. Thank you for watching. Wonderful. Thank you for all the info. So much to absorb. Yes. Big thank you. Yes. Thank you guys for watching. Again, this is like so fun. This is so fun for me. So if I could go longer, I totally would. But yeah, we'll do this again next Wednesday. Thank you all for watching. If you guys are watching the replay, feel free to just do #replay. You can tag me if you have a particular question. And if you guys want to hang out more, make sure you come over to the Facebook group and kind of do some more networking and community building over there. So I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. And I'll see you all next week. All right.